Hey guys, so it's been a while and I'm here to review the Seiko Emperor Tuna SPDX014G. This is the famous one before the Marinemaster name was removed from the dials. You can see over here, it's still got the Marinemaster script there, and the funky part is it's got four different fonts. So yeah, it's pretty interesting that now they've replaced the Marinemaster with the Prospex X logo, which, to be fair, for the higher end Seiko diving watches, I prefer it wasn't there. A lot of people wish there was none of the X stuff. As you can see over here, it's still a Prospex watch. So it still does have the X here, which is it feels like it's laser engraved. The shroud is actually stainless steel. It's custom, so it's rose gold. It just looks so much more blingy, and because it's metal, it protects from scratches and whatnot compared to ceramic. And I had a fall last time, and it actually scratched. You can see here, scratched the bezel. See, but thank God, because this thing is metal and it wasn't ceramic. Yeah, it's protected. I can always buy another one of this, because the ceramic one will cost a whole lot more. Okay, a bit about this watch. The normal specs, as I say, it's Seiko's highest end diving watch, not including the Grand Seiko diving watch. It's water resistant to 1000 meters and has the 8L35 movement. It's got short bands, the normal diving construction case. Now, what makes a tuna is this: it's massive and huge and it looks like a tuna can. So the entire watch is made of titanium and there is no case back here. As you can see, you cannot screw it out open, so that makes it very hard for water to get inside. The only way to service this watch is to open from the top and take out everything, the dial, everything, to access the movement. That's what makes it special. We call this a titanium monocoque case. So this is titanium, so it's very light. However, the bezel and is stainless steel, and the shroud is actually ceramic. Here's a photo of the watch with the original ceramic shroud, but like I've said, I've upgraded it to the metal one, so now it's just fully metal. But it's kind of interesting that you have three different materials at a high-end diving watch. If you were to compare it with, like, say, the Rolex 50 Dweller and the materials that it has compared to this is amazing. Now, if you look at the back here, yes, you can see it actually says there. It says, okay, it says up here. So that's stainless steel, ceramics, and titanium. It's got the famous Japanese tsunami, the divine wave, and it's made in Japan, and it says Marinemaster down there. Again, very rare to have that now. This is not a rubber strap, silicone. This is urethane, so it's super soft and it hasn't broken apart like my other diving watches, which has rubber bands. Should we call that? It has broken in half. And I live in Malaysia, which is a very tropical country, very humid, and I sweat every single day. Now, this metal buckles, which says Seiko, is also made out of titanium. This is like the original rose gold. Even the screws I heard were made of titanium or something. Very expensive. So yeah, very classy looking watch, yet very tough. What I like about this watch as well is they've made a whole advertisement on this watch. If I'm not mistaken, it's for the 50th anniversary diving watch. Check out this link over here. Yeah, so they specifically showcase this watch. Specs wise, it has a AL35 movement, so it beats at a very fast 8 hertz an hour, and so that will translate to about 28,800 beats per hour. Very smooth seconds hand, as you can see there. The lume is all painted, so there's no indices that can fall off. Over here though, while nowadays you can get ceramic bezel insert, is still the old steel, or is it aluminum? I'm not sure about that one. It's got the date right down there, and I like how it's just very small and recessed, and just, it's so deep from the top here all the way down to the bottom. There's a whole depth to it. Just love looking at it. I feel like I'm, diving whenever I look at this watch. So I got this watch as a present after I was doing one of my projects. We had a very big client, and I saved a few thousand as well, and I combined it together to get this watch. I always told myself, for my wedding gift, I wanted this to be my wedding gift, and of course I couldn't wait, so I just bought it for myself first. After about, I think, it's about 7 years already. The movement is very accurate. When I ran it through the thermographer, and my friend, he's a watch technician, it was within specs. For the 8 out of 35 movement, it's a grand circle movement that is unregulated. Yet it was maintaining, if I'm not mistaken, within plus or minus 10 seconds a day, even after all this, while I've been daily wearing it and whatnot, and wearing it for special occasions. Now, in terms of impression, I can tell you that girls has never commented on this watch compared to my other funkier watches. Although it does look expensive with a huge rose gold, it makes a big statement. Recently, I met with a minister, and he was just impressed with his watch. He was like, "Wow, that's a big ass watch. It's a diving watch." So another thing about the Marinemaster Emperor Tuna is that, to me, I call it the Rolex killer, the Rolex Deep Sea Dweller killer. Why? Because if you another video which I will link, this watch is rated for 1,000 meters. Yet they Seiko put this on a robotic submersible vessel, and it went all the way down to 4,300 meters before it finally stopped for the automatic version. And I already also have the quartz version, the Marinemaster Tuna 1,000 meters, but quartz. So it's a high-end quartz, high torque movement, just meant for the diving watch ranges. So it's very unique. That's another review. Yeah, so you went all the way down at that depth, and yeah, it's more, if not equal, to the Rolex Deep Sea Dweller, and this doesn't cost as much as that watch. For my last calculation, it only costs about 1/5 of the retail price of the Rolex Deep Sea Dweller, if you can even get it nowadays. So and I've personally never liked Rolex, so that's what I love about this watch in terms of technicality and precision and the performance. It is the same as the Rolex Deep Sea Dweller, and I love this style. I love big chunky watches. I love rose gold. I wanted something that was tough, although it's not as tough as a quartz watch, but it's tough. You can drop it within 1 meters, according to Seiko's official advertisements if you watch the video, and it looks classy. So it's like my everyday watch. It has been my everyday watch until I moved and used the quartz Marinemaster Tuna, because I wanted the day and date. But yeah, I've always wanted something with a big wrist presence, something that looks expensive, makes a statement, has more than 200 meters water resistance. I am also a diver myself. Unfortunately, I haven't dived with this watch, which is a bit of a shame. I've dived with my G-Shocks and my Casios, but not with this watch yet. Seiko Monster, yes, I've dived with it, but not with this one yet. So one day. Another interesting thing about this watch is that the glass, as you can see, it has that green hue. If I can replicate it, so that green hue, see that? There you can see it. So this is sapphire glass, and they have anti-reflection coating underneath it. So it's much more expensive as well, because the normal Seiko watches do not have sapphire glass, they have mineral glass. I've never had legibility issues or where reflections were too much. I never even noticed it, actually, now that you mention it. So yeah, nowadays, to get this watch while it's still being sold, they no longer have the script. Like, you will see that Marinemaster is removed, automatic is there, 1,000 meters there, professional is also still there, but there's only an X there. So you can't differentiate between this watch and the cheaper Seiko diving watches, which also have the Prospex logo. This is, like, to me, Seiko should have stuck with their Marinemaster name, because it's very iconic, and it still has a Prospex logo all the way over here. Of course, I wish it was a signed S crown, but it is what it is. It's still prospects. But yes, that was a big shame. I have a feeling it's because they did not copyright the name Marinemaster, because Fortis also has the Fortis Marinemaster watches. So I think that's the only reason why, which is very, very, yeah. So that's just my quick review. Let me just put it on my wrist. So this is how the watch looks like on my wrist. I know a lot of watch people love small watches. Maybe they have small wrists. That's fine. But I personally never love small watches. I've owned a few. I love big statement watches. And the thing is, yes, it looks flashy and maybe a bit gaudy, but the price reflects that it is an expensive watch. It's not like a cheap watch, and looking expensive if it makes sense. Like, this is the most the most watch you can buy for diving that Seiko offers. The Grand Seiko Diver, it's 1,000 meters, so it's 200 meters water resistance only, and costs more. And most people, to be honest, has never bought Grand Seiko Divers. It's not as touted in the. You don't see as much compared to this. Now, sometimes I wonder why doesn't the Emperor Tuna get as much love, especially in the Malaysian diving watch community. I think it's because of the price. No one really can afford this watch. It's very, very expensive. Like, for the price of this watch, could have already gotten about 8 or 9 normal Seiko diving watches. So it's super high end, and a lot of Seiko collectors. Of course, you have across all age groups of consumers, but Seiko divers normally will make a great option for first-time buyers or those who are into watches and diving watches but don't have the budget to buy more than that. And other impression is that when I tell people about the price of this watch, they're like, "Whoa, how come that's so expensive? It's just a Seiko. That's normal." Most people don't even know there's a Grand Seiko and even the Credo range of watches, which is even higher than this. And below Seiko, there's the Alba and Orient and Pulsar watch brands, which caters more towards the lower income mass market. Although I own those watches, so, but in terms of price categorization, and yeah, that's how they've priced the brands. Same thing with the Swatch Group. You have at the lowest tier, you have like Tissot, and then Hamilton, and then Longines, Mido, Longines, and then Omega, and it goes up and up in pricing all the way until you get to Breguet, the different brands. But Seiko is the one watch brand that caters from the Seiko 5, which is affordable for students, and even the battery watches, all the way up to these ones where we're talking 5 figures already. Trying to sell this watch right now should fetch a high value just because you don't have the Marinemaster script anymore. But to be honest, it has been slow because of the high pricing for this watch. The Lume test. Let me just give you a Lume test. Babe. Okay, so let's do the Lume test. That you can, yeah, you can see. So one thing about this watch, a lot of people has described it as a nuclear because it's just so bright. After it's fed the sunlight, and then we go down indoors, literally the lume is so bright it acts as a flashlight. I'm not kidding. That's on the bezel. The lume doesn't reach up until the 50-minute marker. That's because that is a new diving ISO diving requirements where the lume up here at the top tip must go all the way to the 15-minute marker. But because this was made before that requirement, so this one does not have that. The newer Seiko Marinemaster Tuna Master does have that. So yeah, let me just show the lume shot again one more time. Well, that's the best I can do, guys. Yep. Okay, thank you. So yeah, that has been my review for the Seiko Emperor Tuna Marinemaster 1000 meters. To me, this is the highest level diving watch collecting for Seiko you can ever go. It's got a grand Seiko movement. It's got the looks, it's got the specs, it's got the credibility. It's gone underwater all the way down to 4,000 plus meters and survived. Impressed with it. I remember seeing there was a Japanese explorer who actually used his watch on his expedition to Antarctica. I myself have used his watch several times going up on my hikes, and I would not wear this going for like high impact, fast moving sports like kayaking or jet skiing because it can just ruin the movement. But yeah, this is the explorer's watch. This should be the explorer's watch, and to me, it has climbed up mountains, it has gone up to Antarctica. Just really proud of this watch. I just wish that it got more love from the community. Alright, that's all for now. See you in the next watch review.